Hello, everyone, and I'm going to try and remember how to podcast. Welcome back to the Star Stuff podcast. My name is David.
I'm Mary.
I'm Adam.
And I am Chris.
I'm Adam.
Question mark?
I'm Adam.
I'm Adam.
We're all
And this is where we talk all things Star Wars. It's been a while, guys.
I know. Where have you guys been? I've been here. I'm just hanging out. What are you guys doing?
There were some like inconsequential events that happened, like there's this thing they do in San Diego. It's just a small little thing, and we were there. And then there's even actually this might have been a little bit bigger thing that just happened in Dallas, in the Dallas area, and our lives have been consumed by doing those things, and then in between squeezing in like 40-hour work week in like 3 days. So I mean,
and families and pets and all of it.
Yep. That's what we've been up
David
to.
looks right now. He's like, oh man, that's right.
But before we get started, we want to recognize all of our awesome top tier Patreon members out there. It's going fast. Lee McCallan, Kevin Laniger, Deb McCaffrey, Maya Morris, Adam Habrick, Cam from Indiana, Mariana T. Arnold, Alex Mundell, Indiana Solo, BC Doomit, Sean Smith, and Adriana Verano. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support. Pretty much everyone on screen is going to be in that list that's flying by. So
I know, it's just Brady Bunch,
which is awesome, terrific. And we met a lot of people this weekend at SCUM CON 2026. That's what Chris was referring to. We were there in Frisco, Texas, with Adam, with Ted from Countdown City Geeks, and it was my birthday, as Japan Zach is pointing out there on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe, of course. But yeah, it was terrific. I had a great time hanging out with Adam and Zach. Not Zach, Chris, Adam.
Oh my God!
I'm still trying to recover from everything here. I was on like zero sleep again, just like I was
you missed Zach.
Yeah,
Chris,
I'm trying to still get my wits about me. But yeah, we want to talk about RSC, but there are a few news items that I do want to talk about before we get started. So the first big thing that we've been talking about for years on the podcast, I think, is the fact that there should be some type of, if not sequel, new story about Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He just did the end of Oak Street red carpet, and he's practically begging to come back as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he says that there's 10 years between what happens at the end of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show on Disney Plus and the start of when Alec Guinness shows up from his cave, he said. So yeah, we've been saying that for a long time. And then you can, of course, have Darth Vader. They never have to meet. It can be concurrent storylines. You can bring back Natalie Portman in a dream sequence or whatever and have her in the show. Have Qui-Gon's ghost, have all that stuff going down. So what do you guys think? I want to get your thoughts. Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
So I'd be all for it as long as the story made sense. I know a lot of fans had issue with the storyline around season 1 of Obi-Wan because of the whole Darth Vader and him meeting. And we have always been under the assumption for almost 50 years that they hadn't seen each other since Mustafar till the Death Star. And now we know in canon that that's not the case. And it didn't bother me a lot. I was just like, well, I always thought it was this, but it's okay because it's still all fit. It makes sense. So that's fine. If they have a story that makes sense, I'm all for it. But whatever storyline it is, we need to keep in mind that the child actors, the young lady that played Leia and the young man that played Luke, they're going to be older. And we know if we've seen like, the current pictures of like the kid cast from the Skeleton Crew, how much they've aged and how they look like adults now. We have to keep that in mind for the story, because I think we have to bring the actress and the actor back. Again, the actress that played Leia and the actor that played Luke in the first season. We'd have to get those same people. If you bring someone else, we will all riot, right? So I think if they're able to do a story that makes sense, and I hate to say it, that also doesn't confuse a lot of the fans, I'd be all for it. But there's a lot of ifs there. And then, of course, it's if that's something Filoni and Brennan are looking to do.
I got to see the actress who plays Leia at the Saturn Awards less than a year ago. I did not recognize her when she was walking the red carpet and did her photos and stuff. I like looked over at Ted and I was like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "She's the one who plays Leia in Obi-Wan." I was like, "No way. Looks totally different already." Like it'll already be a pretty hard sell to reuse her, depending on where they pick up in that timeline.
Right, right. I mean, and I think it could happen because it worked with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Especially what is it, Finn Wolfworth? I think that's his name. The guy that plays Mike. He
Wolfhard.
went, yeah, Wolf. Yeah, exactly. He shot up like a weed between I think it was season 2 and season 3, but we knew it was him. So I think if the fans know that yes, it's the same actress, they have just grown up, I think they'll be okay with it.
Am I crazy, or didn't Ewan say something though about like not like kind of leaving Luke alone? Didn't he say something about that? For like
I
what
don't.
he did you watch it, David, the whole thing?
Yeah.
It was a while back, but I kind of disagree with you, Chris. I don't think we need those kid actors back necessarily because this is really
I
about
see.
Obi-Wan Kenobi
I see. Yeah,
and
go
Darth
do his
Vader.
own thing.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, you
and
could
again-
totally recast them. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really not the focus of the
Mhm.
show. I mean, I got the great opportunity to interview little Leia at Dallas Fan Expo. I think it was. Her name is Vivian Lyra Blair. She's very mature for her age. She's very articulate. I think she'd do a great job if you want to bring her back at Leia, but I don't think that's the important thing here. The important thing, I think, is getting Ewan McGregor back and doing Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I think there's a lot of rich storytelling that they can give us. And he is so into it. He actually said, I want to finish my acting career playing Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, if you get all these actors to say that, if you get Samuel L. Jackson to say that, if you get Hayden Christensen, which I think he does, but I mean, I think he's just in negotiations. That's the last I heard to do something. I mean, it's all kind of there. This is, to me, another one of those slam dunk ideas. I think everyone's going to be on board, no matter even if it's average to great. I mean, it's preferred all be great, but I think he's game for it. He's ready to go, and he's asking what I don't know what they're doing over there, but I'm ready, and he's saying it in the press. So it's wild that we're here at this point in time, and that's what's happening. But I don't know.
I don't think there's a Star Wars fan out there right now that would not want him back in some way, shape, or form in Star Wars. I think he's definitely a fan favorite as an actor, as Obi-Wan. He's one of those people, it's like, please, like if he wants to do it, we want him to do it. Like why are we not trying to create something for him? Like it goes back to one of those, it's like easy win for Star Wars, easy win for Disney.
I mean, get him his own story, have him go off planet, do something else, give him a Padawan. I don't know, do something crazy. And I know that's crazy sounding, but like make him this legendary old Ben by the time that Luke gets a little bit older, that like he is a legendary old guy that I don't know. That's give him his own story. You don't need the child actors either. I think that's you don't need it.
Well,
Yeah, the one little hiccup, the one possible controversy might be Liam Neeson. He does not. It seems like he does not want to come back. He does not care to come back. I think he just did the Force Ghost thing as a favor. But I mean, we got technology out there to just recreate it, you know. So I mean, if they just want to give him a paycheck and be like, "Hey, we're going to use your likeness," and just have him as the ghost in the background, he doesn't even have to really be in the shot. You could just show like the little bit of blue lighting from his
like
ghost
a silhouette,
or a little bit off the screen, and Ewan McGregor's talking to him. I mean,
you could use other Force ghosts too if you really want to have somebody giving sage advice. Yoda Force Ghost. You could have somebody
that's
like
an
that.
easy one.
Well,
It doesn't
Yoda's
have to be
alive.
Liam.
Yoda's alive.
Yoda living. Sorry.
Seeing Yoda like maybe traveling to Dagobah or something for some reason. I mean,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Chris.
I have a question for you guys. So obviously a lot of buzz around the first season went there was a lot of buzz around the fact that not only was Ewan McGregor coming back to play Obi-Wan, but Hayden Christensen was coming back to play Anakin / Darth Vader. What if they couldn't get Hayden to come back for any reason? Would that put a damper on your excitement for a second season of Obi-Wan? Because again, a lot of the buzz, especially leading up to that premiere that they had at what was it, 2022 celebration, or was it 2019? I don't remember. It was a celebration where they debuted like the first 2 episodes. Everyone was just talking about, hey, are we going to see Hayden or as Anakin or Darth Vader? So I think that could be a hiccup, not necessarily derail the whole thing, but I just want to get your thoughts on if they brought Ewan back, but they couldn't get Hayden.
For me personally, at this point in time, if they did a season 2 and Hayden was like, no, I can't play Vader and stuff for me, I'd be okay with that. And I think the reason it was a bigger deal then is because for me now the itch has been scratched. We've seen him do it. We've already seen the helmet broken. We've gotten to see the glimpse of him behind the helmet. If they do that again, it's like, okay, we've already seen this. We've done this before. Like, why are we just recycling the same scenes and same story and things like that? Because I think if they do bring him back, he's in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the suit. We're not going to see him. I'd even be okay with like him voicing from a booth and using a different actor in the suit at this point.
Remember, they had a flashback scene in season 1 where he was Anakin Padawan. They could do more flashback scenes. I mean, and those scenes actually came back really well. If you look at that scene in Obi-Wan, and then you look at the flashback scenes in Ahsoka, they did a real good job. Yeah, they did a real good job with him.
The flashback scenes in Ahsoka where we get to see him as Clone War Anakin, love it. Give me more of that. Give me different scenes. I've already seen the prequels. I don't need a flashback to the prequels that I've already seen multiple times, right? Like that for me is the difference. Like I'm okay. I've watched
the flashbacks in Kenobi were very weird. It just looked like they put a ponytail on current day Anakin and called it a flashback, and I was like, "What on earth was happening?" I honestly I agree. Give me like full on crazy dark side Vader. No more flashbacks. He's snapping necks in villages like he was. You know what I mean? Just like enough with like the I'm feeling sorry for myself kind of guy. Just full on Vader. Vader, the one that everyone fears. That guy.
Right. And the issue could be you want to definitely have Vader in as much stuff as possible, I would think. But if you put Vader in the Obi-Wan series and have the concurrent like timeline where they never meet, that might take away from a possible vehicle for Hayden Christensen to do a Vader standalone film or trilogy or TV show. So they might be trying to figure all of that out. But I mean, what you're saying, Adam, is, go to Dagobah. That'd be cool. But what you're really trying to say, I think, is Vader hunting down the remaining Jedi from Order 66. So we get the new Jedi, we get the lightsaber fights. I mean, I think it kind of writes itself, and it's just kind of a wait and see kind of.
Can you imagine
right now? And with the whole Filoni now in charge and Lin Brennan, I mean, what is his move? What is his first big move? He could make the biggest splash doing this, because everything that's set to drop, that's all Kathleen Kennedy stuff still.
Does
this could be its first big move. Great goodwill.
Do you feel like time's kind of running out? Like,
yes.
Yes. Time is ticking, bro.
These actors aren't getting any younger. Yeah.
So this for me segues into what has Dave Filoni done at this point? Because he's been in this role 6 months.
He's probably done a lot, but it's not the stuff that we're looking for, like in the public and like big announcements. But D23 is coming up. Chris will be there.
I'll be there.
Chris, our eyes and ears on the ground. Mm-hmm. Group text created today.
Yeah, and word on the street is we're gonna get a lot of stuff when it comes to Star Wars.
So one thing about D23, I think, I don't think they've ever done this before, but correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to be streaming some of the major panels on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So,
right. Here's the thing: they're also going to stream, like I think, on YouTube. But
Okay.
if they show anything on the screen, it's going to be blacked out. I think if you see it on Disney Plus, you'll see the content that they show on the screen, like trailers and sizzle reels and whatnot. But I think if you watch it on YouTube, that Celebration does this too.
Yeah.
If you watch it on YouTube, that content is blacked out. You don't see that. You just
So
see the panel itself.
the panels, the article that I saw, or the post that I saw announcing this, listed some of the panel titles. I'm not seeing anything new in these panel titles.
So here, let me see. All of the new content is going to be shown in one panel, and I think it's called like the Disney Experience. It's the first one of it's on Friday night. Let me see if I can confirm the actual name of that panel.
So Friday night, tune in, everybody.
Yeah, Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. It is called Disney Entertainment Showcase, and that's where, and also the Marvel stuff and Pixar and all of that, all the new stuff, all the sizzle reels for those IPs and more that are under the Disney umbrella will be shown then. So it's going to be a lot. It's 2 hours long.
That's Dave Filoni's time to show us he's doing something, because everything we have so far is all things that we've known about for at least a year.
Right. The one thing I will say is just in talking to people, between the time this show ended and now, is he was 100% responsible for Maul Shadow Lord. Of course, because it's animation. It's animation, right? And Kathleen Kennedy, I think the only thing she did for that was green light, and everything else was left to Dave. So if he that's a feather in his hat for what he's done, in my opinion. But we're looking at stuff after Starfighter, because Starfighter is still Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
So I think we're looking for stuff, and I think we're going to get some of that information D23. And I'm not talking about like Ahsoka. I'm talking about feature films after Starfighter.
So do you guys think they are going to announce the actual drop date for Ahsoka season 2 at D23?
I would hope so.
That would be, I guess the better question is, would you be disappointed if they don't?
I think it's 50-50. I think we might get the date or we might not. But if we don't get the date, I bet you we'll get it next March or February. And guess what? 1 or 2 episodes are going to premiere the series at Celebration in April, because they did say that the series is going to debut in April of 2027. What happens? Celebration. So that's if we don't get an announcement, that's what I think will happen.
I would at least hope you guys get a trailer at D23 or the first episode.
I don't know if we'll get the first episode, because I don't think they're done yet. I think we'll get a trailer. I do think we'll get a trailer. I think we're going to get one for us, Ahsoka season 2, and for Starfighter. And as far as some other things, they also show a lot of, at least the last one I went to when I went in 2019, they showed like a lot of concept art for future projects. Hey, the new the Kimberg trilogy. Anyone?
Details on that?
Yeah. John Boyega flew from Dallas to Los Angeles. Daisy Ridley is in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Did you see
Kimberg is in Marin County. He was like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Did he head down to Anaheim? So I think
Ewok Lake.
Yep, the perfect storm.
Lake Ewok.
I'm hoping we get that. I really do, because I'm excited for Ahsoka season 2. I'm excited for Starfighter, but I need for me to determine the health of Star Wars, I need to see something of what's going to happen after that, because right now, after that, I don't know what the hell is going to happen, and I don't know how it's going to stand up, especially after what happened with The Mandalorian and Grogu, which I love that movie. I love it. It's a fun movie. I plan to watch it over and over and over again when it gets to Disney Plus. It just didn't hit. And although everyone all the fans that I talked to love the movie. It just didn't hit. So that's I don't want to say
What
it's a
would
black
be
eye. Yeah,
what
it's
would be
just yeah.
your litmus test for the health of Star Wars? Would it be like an announcement of a trilogy? Would that be like what would be
The
like for
something
you?
for me is having something concrete on what's going to happen in the feature film area with Star Wars after Starfighter. Because in order for the franchise to survive the way that it's built right now, yes, the TV shows are great, the animation is great, comic books, video games, novels, they're all great. But for Star Wars to live like we want it to, you have to have those feature films and they have to be good and they have to be successful. So I just got to see what they have planned because it's like, it's like Finn going to Admiral Holdo's like, what's the plan? What are we doing? And are they holding stuff back or do they not have a plan at all? And I'm hoping that's not the case.
No
But
way.
yeah,
They have to.
I have to. I'm itching for that. I need that so that I can ensure that the franchise that I love will have a heartbeat after the next feature film.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with that. Did you go to the Bryce Dallas Howard panel, Chris?
I did.
Okay, so Max Rebo, who was there, she just typed this. We were told Dave Filoni wants to protect Vader and James Earl Jones' legacy. That is why he didn't mind having Vader in mall animation. Bryce told us this at RSC.
By the way, Mask Rebo, your cosplays all weekend, I enjoyed them. You did a great job. Great job on your cosplays.
Definitely.
Yes, we need to protect James Earl Jones' legacy. But keep in mind, technically, James Earl Jones did not voice Vader in Obi-Wan. It was AI.
Right. It was re-speaker technology.
Yeah, exactly. So
and he gave those rights. I think he sold them. Essentially, he sold his voice likeness. So now Star Wars could use his voice in perpetuity, which is great. You have the actual voice, and that would work for a live action, something or other. And I think that's what I think that's what Star Wars needs. I think they're such a low level right now in pop culture and the zeitgeist. They need to come out with a grand slam swing for something. It's got to be something Darth Vader centric. It's got to be something, I think, original trilogy centric in some way, shape, or form. Or, like we've been saying, they need to go the route of Blumhouse and start making these movies for like $10 million because there's no other way they're going to start making money. They got to either go to the extreme spectrum or the other, do a 180 and do something like small stories because the new stuff that they're just developing just doesn't really cut it. And I mean, we've all seen what Marvel just did with Spider-Man. That's like their marquee, great, most popular superhero. And that just is destroying the box office right now. But the question is, how much damage have they done by waiting so long? And then The Mandalorian at the time point where they gave that to us and people weren't asking for it. It's like we always on the podcast, they should have struck while the iron was hot years ago and then drop it then.
When we got Mando and Grogu, that should have been the second or third movie of Mando and Grogu that we've gotten.
Yeah, probably the third movie.
Yeah, and stuff. And I think that is their biggest spot that they kind of lost. I feel like they felt Mando and Grogu is their Spider-Man, right? And stuff. But the difference is we have a relationship with Spider-Man. We've been getting Spider-Man movies consistently. We've been getting him in other projects and stuff. And it also helps that like Tom Holland, such a sweetheart. Same thing Pedro Pascal. He was such a sweetheart. And then he kind of just fell off the face of the earth while Tom Holland was still keeping busy and doing stuff. So I think they thought they were going to get that same, like that's what they were planning for and everything, but they just, like you said, they didn't do it in time.
Yeah. I like what Parker Middleton on Facebook is saying here. They need to take it way back to the Old Republic, bring in Revan or Darth Bane. This would have worked years ago. Now it's not going to work because they need something big. They need to bring the people back to the theater. This could be epically awesome, but it's not going to make the box office it would have made 10 years ago when people were really asking for it. Now people are, I think, downtrodden and don't have a lot of faith in what they're doing. And this could be spectacular, but it's not. It's almost like the Batman situation back in the 90s and early 2000s when Joel Schumacher made those two last films, Batman Forever, then Batman and Robin, which was just
Horrible.
not a great film. It totally brought the franchise down. And then Christopher Nolan comes in and does Batman Begins. Batman Begins is incredible. It's one of the greatest films you could say of all time, maybe. But it made no box office. It lived on home video. People discovered it then and said, well, wait a minute. This is great. When The Dark Knight hit, I mean, there was a whole perfect storm with and then the tragedy of Heath Ledger and everything. But it put people in the seats. People knew that the same director was coming back, the same cast. They were continuing the story. Like with Marvel, they had decades to build up the story to get to Infinity War and Endgame. Spectacular films. That's essentially where Star Wars is now. They need to build something. And I don't know if Old Republic is going to be the vehicle to do that. Because once you do that story, it's done. It's gone. Are you going to build off of that? Will people fall in love with it? Maybe. But I think you really got to bring back the people with something we all want. Something like a Darth Vader. But I mean, that's all that pops into my head. I mean,
we need a splash, man.
Super popular. What's that?
We need to splash something. Like I need to feel like I did when episode 7 was coming out. That trailer. We need something that makes me feel like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this again. Right now, I'm very excited for Starfighter, but I mean, who's excited for Starfighter besides us? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on one second. I've heard things, and I don't know if I'm excited.
What do you? Oh, what are you hearing?
Adoptive father, help the kid get to the place. Like, I need something new.
Lone Wolf and Cub. What does that sound like?
Have we not heard this story?
So we haven't podcasted.
So we're not excited either. It's not even us that's excited. This is
gonna work. Look,
I love that we're a package deal here.
I gotta say this though. There is a big caveat to that because we haven't podcasted in a long time. Chris and I were at San Diego Comic-Con. We went to Hall H, and Kevin Feige was on stage, and he said, "I've seen Starfighter, and it's great." And he cast the director and the star to be in a Marvel movie. So that has to tell you a lot. And Kevin Feige also admitted, like we've been saying for years, he's a bigger Star Wars fan than he is any other fan, even Marvel. And he said that on stage. It was incredible to hear. But yeah, I mean, that gives me way more faith.
This movie sucks. And I'm not excited about that.
No, I feel like that's such a marketing ploy, right? Because here's the thing.
I
saw the posts start coming out. Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider. I said, "Oh my gosh, why are we always doing this? Why do we pick 3 to 4? Like we recycle
because
Mary, actors.
Mary, you gotta give the people what they want.
Who wants this?
No, Ryan Gosling is. I'm not the biggest Ryan Gosling fan.
Me neither. But the people want Ryan Gosling.
Everyone said this about Ryan. Pedro 10 years ago, right?
You know,
everyone
I am slightly
Pedro. Everyone
I'm worried
about
because
Zendaya.
Mary did call this like almost a year ago with Mando and Grogu, and maybe you're just always the pessimist, and that way maybe with Star Wars you might be right all the time, if you just play that role. But I'm worried now because you did call it last year.
It's one of those things. It's like I want the people who are making the movie to be excited about the movie, right? Sean Levy, Ryan Gosling, excited about Starfighter? I don't know.
I believe.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen when it comes to Starfighter. I think Starfighter is going to get a boost from the re-release of A New Hope in February. Yeah,
that's what I'm excited for.
It's being remastered and it's going to be on IMAX screens. And so I think that's going to lift the excitement to get us to Celebration, to get us to Starfighter's release in May. So I think Starfighter will actually do very well because of that bump. But then after what?
I think Starfighter will do well because Ryan Gosling is going to pull in a new group of fans.
Right.
That's where I think it'll do well.
And that's probably I'm okay with that. Perfect thing to happen. Yeah. I saw Ryan Gosling in space and I was like, I'm in.
Yeah. Agreed. I thought Project
Hail
Mary was great.
He did a great job.
I love that movie.
And I'm
Big
not
question
saying
is, will he bring Rocky?
Rocky's a Jedi. He's a Sith. No.
So I think the over under is, are we going to see like a statue or a prop or something that looks like Rocky? There has to be. If they do
there
that,
has to be
that would
the
be chef's
little
kiss. Yeah.
the little thing that he uses to show him going to the
Or
ship.
the model.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Showtime.
Showtime. Yep. Adam, you actually sounded like him right there. Showtime.
Well,
Showtime. There you
I
go.
love that. He's like, do I have to do it? I love that scene.
Words of encouragement.
You can't just say that, Mary.
Oh,
Great.
words of great encouragement.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's all we're going to talk about in the news because there's a lot of like RSC people in here, or there were. So yeah, let's talk about Rebel Scum Con 3 2026 in Frisco. So me, myself, and I, and Chris here that you see on the screen, and Adam, we were all at RSC Rebel Scum Con.
I was there in spirit.
Yes, Mary was.
You were a Force ghost like Yoda, but still alive.
Exactly.
No, you did the apparition that Luke did in The Last Jedi, but you did it.
Oh, thank God.
Just went.
Force projection did it right, guys.
Horse projection.
Okay,
Exactly.
so here's the map. That's where we were. You can see like the red kind of pointing compass thing that I have there. So we were last year in the red area down below, but they turned that in the artist alley. We were on the side there. As you can see, it's in a hotel. So essentially the people that were walking in passed by our booth. Cool thing was that we had some really good neighbors. I'll get to that shortly. We had a prize wheel, and you can kind of read some of the stuff we had on there. Funko Pops, pins, playing cards, necklaces from Legion Sabers, our sponsor.
Is that your writing, David?
It's not my writing. It's my wife's.
Yeah.
Oh, she does. She's got great penmanship.
Yeah, that's why I got her to write on this board.
You knew immediately it wasn't David's. Sorry.
We had swag. We had some holographic stickers we gave out. We gave out some pins with some locking pin backs. We did raffles. We raffled off the Din Djarin helmet, the Moff Gideon helmet. We had some Funko Pops from Maul Shadow Lord. You had to win them on the prize wheel. We had this really interesting battery-powered Funko of Ahsoka that I'd never seen before. But yeah, it was cool to hand those out. We also had books. We had these playing cards here that you can see on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Also, necklaces from Legion Sabers. I think those were a big hit. And we gave away the Carson Teva helmet. So my mission, because I realized sitting at the table that all these Star Wars podcasts are actually here. And I do listen to just about everyone else. I try to. And I just said, I'm going to stop them all once they walk by, since we're in that prime location of people walking in. So I started intercepting them. So I'll show you all the pictures I took with them. And a couple other familiar faces. So this is Clint. He's a Star Wars Daily. We've been friends for a little bit there. Also, Brandon Way Nerdy from Talking Bay 94. As you can tell, he was our neighbor. Very cool. Him and his wife Maggie, they bought us lunch one day. Very nice of them. And we had some conversations. And funny enough, Adam and I went to a signing he had in Austin for his book. He writes books for Lucasfilm. He did a couple encyclopedias, and he actually signed one for the podcast, and that was on the wheel as well. And somebody won that. That was real cool. Also,
Nick.
Yes, Nick from Temple of Geek. He was there. I've seen him a couple times at a couple cons. We're friendly. We've spoken before. Goes to SCCC all the time. And here's a picture of our actual setup there. It's the wheel, our signage, and then some of the Funko Pops. And free stickers on the table. We do that every time. I think they're always a big hit. They're allegedly weatherproof, waterproof. I have some on my Tumblr, and sometimes it kind of freaks me out that they've been there for years. But yeah, it shows that they actually do work.
Never peel them off. Don't ever look what's behind them.
We told everyone they were weatherproof. What if they're not? And they're just mad at you. It's raining.
Well, they are. I mean,
the stickers are peeling off. Like
it's it's weird because they are, and it's like they're paper, like to the touch, and some of them are glossy. But yeah, they are on my Tumblr. If I had my Tumblr, I can show you guys, but I don't have it. Here's a picture with John from a Resistance broadcast. I had run into him several celebrations back. Yep, that's a sticker. Also, Gabe from Star Wars Replicas, Gabe's Empire. He's always been friendly, and we've talked before. Also, this guy.
I know that guy.
This podcaster from Cantina Cast. He helps out the podcast sometimes.
That Joker
cool guy.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I heard he karaoke'd one night.
Oh,
dude.
gosh.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, he did.
Do we have footage of this?
Chris from Cantina Cast did a great rendition of Bust a Move.
I was
at Boon to
blown
Eve.
away.
Yeah.
You actually have the original video of that. Don't share it.
I do have video of it. It's quite impressive. I think Adam said something like, "Oh my God, he can rap."
Yeah. It's hard to rap karaoke. Like that's why I never do it. I think I could, but I should not. And I don't.
So celebration. We're gonna have to find karaoke one night and force Adam up on the stage with Chris to do a rap duo.
Yes.
Rap battle.
Yeah. What can we do?
Yeah, they kept on telling me to do it, and I'm like, "You guys know I cannot sing. It's not going to go well."
See, I can't sing either. That's why I rap.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Ted sent me a video. I'm actually about to play it. Hold on one second. Okay. You singing?
Yikes. We don't want to talk about that or listen to that. So yeah, Alex and Molly from Star Wars Explained, they were there too. And then I started taking pictures of cosplayers, and we were in that like hallway area, but there were windows above our head. So at one point during the day, we were getting all this sunlight pouring down and kind of darkening half of the hallway we were in. And but I got some great pictures like this one right here of this cosplayer right in front of our table. Cool. Yeah. And also we got Rebel Force Radio. I believe Johnny and Jason Swank there. Or Jimmy Mack, I'm sorry. So many names. They were cool. We spoke to them for a little bit. Who else did we get? Another cosplayer here. I believe this was a child. And yeah, great Rhodian. You see the kyber crystal on the neck. And just about everybody I like yelled at, "Hey, can I get a picture?" They stopped. A few of them didn't because I think they were wearing like the helmet and it was noisy and everything. Somebody made a really funny video online of them walking through his Din Djarin and then doing a point of view inside the helmet and then breathing heavy and not doing anything.
Just trying to survive.
Right. Trying to survive, just trying to walk through that hallway.
Right. It was good. It was good.
And people were around them being like, "Can I take your picture?"
And here are a couple of our Patreon members. This is Indiana Solo. And yeah, we see them at every con. They're big con goers.
I feel like I saw them like three times a day, and they were never wearing the same thing.
Yeah, right? That was the true advantage of having this convention in a hotel. They could just go up and change, come back down, do another change. They got hot, if they got cold, they could just make all those changes. So yeah. Also, we got some Jawas here. I got another video that I could probably share here in a bit of them dancing. And we started to wonder, are these adults or kids? And we were trying to figure it out. And then they took their mask off, and they were kids having a lot of fun.
Aww. Awesome.
And there's a shot of my brother, who also hung out with me, who lives in the Frisco, works in the Frisco area, with the two Jawas there. And of course, he's an OT guy, so yeah, he loves Jawas. There's a picture with me with the Sky Talkers podcast. They were really cool. I got to talk to them, got to meet them, I think, in person for the first time. Also, Hannah from Rayside. I think a lot of people have seen her. She's a big Star Wars influencer online. TJ, also another Star Wars influencer. She dresses up as Ventress. And I think she was a Night Witch as well, if I remember correctly. Also, this one guy. I think
another
Adam.
Joker.
Yeah,
he's an influencer.
Yeah, he's a big time He's a big time influencer in the ortho community, I believe.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Yes.
And
yeah.
Should I
Yeah.
share the picture you sent today of your cosplay at work?
No, not yet. It's not done yet.
Dang it.
There'll be a video.
And we also attended Boonta Eve, and that is the virtual cantina party that they have, I think, every Friday night at Rebel Scum Con. It's basically almost another kind of version of the convention because they have celebrities signing in the back, and it's different celebrities too. And some are more niche, I think, than Rebel Scum Con, but a really awesome surprise, kind of like what they did last year with the whole song between Matthew Wood and David Collins. They did something similar, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But the same guy, he followed me to Boonta Eve, so I took a picture with him there too. I was like, "Hey, man,
you had a
what's up?"
Klingon.
Yeah,
And where's his hat? He's not wearing the cowboy hat.
I don't know. That was the
You
same
should have
guy.
thrown it
okay.
on stage. Should have thrown it on
Yes.
stage for people to use.
Ted, that's a Ted and I. He wanted me to do it. I chickened out. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and I didn't get a picture with him. It's Tony, Star Wars Sith, but I did buy a card, and he gave me a birthday discount on this Shin Hati autograph. So thank
Very
you, Tony.
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
kind of messed up, didn't get a picture with you, but yeah. So we did our first raffle was Friday night, and it was for this helmet, as you can see on screen, Carson Teva, and a father and son combo cosplaying team won it, which was great. And they were close to the show because we did it 30 minutes before the end of the night, and they were able to show up. I didn't recognize them because they weren't in their cosplay. The dad cosplays as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he put something in his hair to make it blonde, and he does something to his beard too. So I didn't recognize him. Yeah.
I saw those guys.
But it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He did say he was a listener of the podcast. So today on Instagram, I think he posted about it. And yeah, I just thanked him for listening. I was so glad that somebody that listened to us actually won.
That's good.
And our buddy Jamie, who goes to all the conventions, he dressed up as Doom and with a little Star Wars flair to it. And ironically, there was an announcement yesterday or today about a Kevin Smith comic that's coming out called Hope Assembles, where the Star Wars universe and the Marvel universe coexist. And there's going to be something like an 8-issue comic book run telling stories about Star Wars and Marvel. And it takes me all the way back to Patton Oswalt's filibuster that he did, talking about how they could coexist. And I mean, it sounds so ridiculous. At the time, it sounded so ridiculous, but now it's like anything is possible. And I think that might be a credit to Spider-Man No Way Home when they had all the Spider-Men all together. When I think we thought that was impossible, somehow they made it work, which I never dreamt of. Didn't even try to dream of it. Here's another possible father-son combo, Obi-Wan and Anakin. This guy looks so familiar. This next picture, I'm not going to put it up yet because he almost looked like Brandon for a second. I had to turn and look, and I was like, no, it's not him. It's another guy. And it was one of the more creative cosplays and one of the cooler, more confident cosplays. And when we locked eyes, I could just tell in his facial expression that, yeah, I know this is borderline like ridiculous, but he had to wear it. So this is a guy I don't even think I knew about him, but he is an influencer. I think he goes by the name of Memobi on platforms, and this was his cosplay.
I knew this was who you're going to put up. I knew. I was like, I knew this was coming.
So
This is amazing.
yeah, so essentially it's Watto with the trunk and the belly and in the wings. And I think we all got it because of course we're all Star Wars people there. But yeah, it's just incredible. He wore this the whole day and he committed to it. He wore the trunk the whole day. And I think he did interviews with this on too.
He did.
So, yeah. It was fantastic.
We saw him like no less than like 1,000 times. He was walking back
Yes.
and
All
forth.
over the place. Absolutely.
Yes, and he would give us a look too, and we would just
Yeah.
laugh.
Or, hello.
Yeah, we're like, hey, what's up, man? That's wild. And some more.
Oh, that's a good
cosplay.
one.
Yeah, that's a
Pat's
real
was
good one.
he gave
People
me
are
his
so
coin
creative.
actually. Yeah, and his coin is really cool. It's like a 3D coin. Dad Vader was there. We've been friends for a while. Yeah, he wears that robe, and I've seen him take off that helmet and that robe, and he's drenched in sweat. So he really commits. And I believe this is Hey Ho Rebo on Instagram. They're really cool. They always have a lot of swag for me. We talked for a little bit. And here's Alan from The Hangover, I'm guessing.
As Obi-Wan?
That's good.
As Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Allen?
Yeah.
Obi
I
Allen?
know he's not old Luke.
Is he?
Oh,
I think he has an old Luke costume.
Yeah.
Well, he has the green milk too. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Old Luke.
And a porg.
Yeah.
That's true.
Standing in for Carlos. And
not at the
this
table
was
for
a
us.
fantastic cosplay.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder, I mean, I've seen videos, I've seen like posts and stuff of like the commitment and how long it takes and the materials and stuff like that. I know even like Adam has like dressed up at cons and stuff before too, and everything. It's just such a commitment. I'm over here just like, I need to be comfy.
Yeah, I did it one time. I don't know if I'll do it again. It was a lot. You feel goofy sometimes.
Well, see,
I feel like
that's the
it's
thing is
fun.
that you shouldn't feel goofy in this environment.
Well,
You absolutely
Chris, I
shouldn't.
guess I had to take off my costume for like half of my costume in order to function. So like I felt silly in wearing only half my costume because it didn't make any sense if I didn't have the entire thing on. So that's why I felt goofy. But I appreciate what you're saying.
Well, now what I'm gonna do is for celebration. So I'm not really a cosplay person, not by any means, but I'm gonna probably debut, if I don't like do any test runs, 2 specific cosplays that have been recommended to me. Actually, there were 3, and the third one I was like, yeah, I'd burn up in that costume. But I've always gotten recommendations to be Balin Skull.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Old Ben. I mean, and then Old Man Rex.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I'm going to try to pull off 2 of them, which is Obi-Wan, Old Ben, and Old Man Rex. So it's TBD. But you know what I have? I have something that you could use, Adam. You can be part. I know they're going to do this at Celebration. Yes, you. Remember, you're our sacrificial lamb. You're the one that did the human crane.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Can do this. So you can wear my Rada costume and you can do the running of the Radas.
Oh, were you part of that?
No, I didn't. I have it. I didn't bring it with me.
I completely missed that. I was like, where was I during this? David, did you see that? There was like 8 people that wore a Rada the Hutt like blow up, and they were just like running through the con, all of them. It was hilarious. I don't know. I totally missed it. I don't know where it was. You have it. That's awesome. There was a whole procession over and over.
Yeah,
David
simply,
yeah.
Look
Well,
up Rebel Scum Con. You can probably find it pretty easily because there's a lot of videos
like
of that.
12 videos of that.
It was pretty good. David saw nothing but the wheel and the booth. He was committed.
Well, no, not exactly. So we were also just coincidentally in a prime spot to see all the celebrities walk into the autograph room.
Mm-hmm.
So it was on the opposite side last year, and they would all pop out behind us, and I would just like intercept Emily Swallow and Rena Owen, and that's essentially what I did this year. So I said hi to, I think, let me try and remember, Tate Fletcher, Paul Lee. We saw Bryce Dallas Howard. She didn't like walk through the hallway. She just went straight to the door. John Boyega did the same thing, walked straight to the door. And pretty much everyone that signed autographs walked through that door.
Mm-hmm.
All the fanboys, cast. So yeah, it was really, really cool to be in that spot. And like I said, I was in between, or we were in between, Talking Bay 94 and Jason Palmer, who's a fantastic artist. who has a ton of stories and will tell you them, and it's so fascinating the life he's lived. He studied under Drew Struzan, and it was
He's
great
so
to have
soft
him there.
spoken. He's cool. I like him. He's so soft spoken though.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to really give him your ear because he's so soft spoken.
But
yeah.
he will talk. He will tell you
Mhm.
anything you want to know. It's cool. He will sit down and he'll talk to you about what's going on, how this came about. He was telling me all about the celebration banner that he did. It was cool.
Yeah, he
Cool
actually
talking to him.
busted it out too.
Oh yeah,
Several
yeah.
times.
Mm-hmm.
It's what, like, how long is that banner, do you think, that he was selling? It's probably good 30 feet, maybe.
Yeah, it's long. It's a long one.
And they rolled it out a few times. And yeah, it was
Yeah.
in that hallway with all the people
It's
walking.
about as long as my carpet.
You're what, Chris?
I was like, oh Lord, where's this going?
Anyways, Brandon next to us was I swear that guy was talking 24/7. I don't know how his throat doesn't hurt or his voice isn't lost. He was constantly engaging with people, and I mean, like, really getting into with the conversations he was having. I think he sold out of all of his books too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good for business.
Yeah, I think he did sell out of all of his books that he
Mhm.
wrote. And he also had Star Wars Insider magazines that he also wrote articles in, and he was selling those as well. And he also hosted a couple panels. And the cool thing is he's somewhat local to us. And I see him sometimes at Fantastic Fest and screenings. I think he went to the screening last night. We would have saw him there. But yeah, real good guy. Like I said, him and his wife, they bought us lunch one day. So yeah, hopefully I'm pretty sure we'll run into each other again.
Yeah,
but
and that was a lifesaver because I was running on empty for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Shout out to my brothers. He brought us some food as well.
Yes,
So
he did too. Yeah, absolutely.
And it all kind of worked out. More pictures here that I've loaded up. Let me see.
No one got me anything.
Nice. Oh,
Well, that's not true, Adam. I got you the badge, right?
I got the badge, but I was eating like basically like chips were what I think I had chips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you didn't eat a badge.
I didn't eat the badge. Chips. Yeah, just chips. Sorry. All
right, I think every time like food came up, you were like somewhere else. So yeah.
How convenient. All right, sorry, go ahead.
A Blue Squadron pilot in the sunlight there. I always love the Blue Squadron guys. Lady of Lake Country, she knighted Adam. And I have that video I can show you here a bit.
I got knighted, guys.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
the
she
armor.
made that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
She had another
3 different versions of Padme.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she was amazing. And at another con from 2 years ago, I was like, wait a minute, were you like the half dead Padme? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I don't want to be known as the Padme girl. I was like, well, you literally are every version of Padme.
You're every version of Padme.
I've only
it's
seen
time
you in
to change it up, you know.
Yeah.
Now cosplay is Corday. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
This guy was really cool. He was one of the Thrawn troopers from Ahsoka. And you see that little string right there that's popping out of his blaster? It would actually fire at you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That is very cool.
And here's a cosplay that even Adam brought up to them and said, I've never seen this before. It was a family of the mom and 2 daughters, all as Leia.
It was so cute.
That's
it was
nice,
cute, yeah. And they were all just like so into Star Wars, and they spun the wheel, and they were all having a great time picking out. They won necklaces. They loved the necklace. It was funny. It was cute.
That is really, really sweet.
It was, yeah. It was. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. When David sent this picture in the chat, I was like, oh, I'm curious. I don't know if you asked them, but were they in Japan? Because there were a lot of samurai Star Wars crossover cosplays in Japan. So I'd be very curious if this was someone who was there.
I'd imagine so.
After the moment where some of the guys in like these helmets wouldn't stop, I was like, yeah, they're they probably can't really hear much. It's going to be difficult to have conversations with them. And I have experience being a TIE pilot with like fans in my helmet, so it's like, yeah, it's might be difficult to talk to them. What else do we got? I'm looking through these pictures here. I know, Chris, you sent me some pictures of some of the panels you attended.
Yep.
There's the
And
Mandalorian panel.
Yeah, the Mandalorian panel where, they talked about various experiences, but like, obviously, Brendan Wayne and Lateef talked about, their time in the suit and, their experiences in the suit. But one of the cool things that they did is they talked about when they first saw Star Wars. And it made me very happy to hear that all of these people were all OT people. They all love the original trilogy. It's their favorite Star Wars, and that's how they were introduced to it. So that's what I really liked about this panel. That's Brendan, Matthew, Lateef, and then Johnny Coyne.
Yep, you have a better picture of him right here. A little blurry.
Yeah, Johnny Coyne. He is an honorary member of the 501st Legion. He was given that plaque during that.
That's cool.
Cute. He looks so happy.
This was in the Maul Shadow Lord panel. Now, who stole the show was Gideon, who was the voice of Devin. They actually brought out like Darth Vader, and Vanessa Marshall was like joking with him, like, "Hey, give me my lungs back." And Gideon jumped up and was like, "Get out of here!" and like threatened to kick him and stuff. So it was a really fun panel to observe, to watch. And I really enjoyed that one too as well.
Yeah, and that Vader was actually very, very much screen accurate for Empire Strikes Back. The shiny helmet,
right,
and proper height too. Is pretty tall, and it ended up being a guy named Noah Maurer, and he's kind of blown up as an influencer for Star Wars. And I got to talk to him a little bit at Virtual Cantina Bunta Eve.
David, did you get to any panels at all?
No.
No.
He was stuck with the wheel and the table.
The booth.
Here is where Kentucky, who is part of the founders staff of RSC, inducted both Brendan and Lateef into, I believe it's the RSC Hall of Fame. They're their first two inductees. So this was really nice to see.
That's really cool. And they're the nicest guys. I've gotten the pleasure to interact with both of them, like individually, like one-on-one time. Man, they are so nice, and they really, really do love what they do for Star Wars.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're down to earth. They're easy to approach. They're not standoffish at all. And I actually really, really like Brendan for something that he does that I'm sure David will show in another picture coming up here.
Yeah. Did something happen later?
Yeah, something happened. Yeah. But yeah, both of those guys are real cool. I'm actually excited to see them at Celebration. I mean, their popularity is growing and growing and growing now that they actually got credit for it in the movie for being in the suit. Their popularity is just growing and growing and growing. So I think they're going to be
well deserved.
They're going to be a splash hit at Celebration.
I will say this about the Wayne family. I got to meet Brendan's brother and have like a really good conversation with him while I was like waiting in line. Didn't know it was his brother. We're just guys sitting there and stuff, and was looking at my poster, and then we had this really great conversation and stuff. And then later I found out that he was Brendan's brother, and I was like, man, their parents just did a great job raising these men. They are so nice and stuff.
Yes.
So shout out to their parents as well.
Shout out to your
yeah.
If you're listening, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Saturday night, we did like a Dave and Buster's, like, I don't know if it's considered a party or what exactly, because the first Rebel Scum Con I went to it, I had no idea that this was actually a thing, but I think it's primarily for volunteers and staff of Rebel Scum Con, and Josh, Bobby, Kentucky, their crew. And we made it out there last year and this year as well. And the cool thing about it is some celebrities do show up to it. So last year, I think Sam Witwer was there, Matthew Wood was there, and it was actually, when it hit midnight, it was my birthday, and I got sung happy birthday to. And I know they were in the vicinity. I know they heard it. So that was cool. Also, I think an actor from Skeleton Crew was there too. And he's like, "Hey man, it's your birthday." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And I don't know. He's like a tall guy. I forgot exactly who he played, but there were a
Was
lot
it
of people
Jake?
around. I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, we were there, and Brendan Wayne was there, and a lot of the like influencers and podcasts were there as well. And there was this human crane machine that people were getting in, and it is exactly the way it sounds. You get in like this hammock, you lay stomach down, and they drop you in a vat of inflatable things. And I wanted the alien that was shown on the wall because, of course, I'm a big Spurs fan. So Adam decided to volunteer and get in there, and he kept on shouting.
Volunteer.
It's like volunteer.
He was voluntold, and he kept on shouting, "David, what do you want? What do you want?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. He's gonna get me something for my birthday. Great." So they dip him in there, and he comes out, and everyone's just saying, "Get the boom box! Get the boom box!" I think someone got like chicken and a banana. He got the boom box. And then people kept on like saying, "Oh, you're gonna get it signed now. You're gonna get it signed." I'm like, "Okay, who's gonna sign it?" And I'm like, "Okay, Brendan Wayne." And I'll just walk up to him. So I walked up to him, and he said, "Yeah, man, for sure." And I'm like, "Okay, that was easy." So yeah, he signed the boombox. There's the picture. There's the proof. There's Chris, and there's Kirsty.
Don't need to get it authenticated. That's your authentication right there.
That's the authentication right there.
Right, yeah.
Not to mention there are more pictures. There's that him with that. That's an amazing gift. That's just so amazing.
Yeah, and here's a close-up shot of his autograph, and he wrote "Happy Birthday" on it.
Isn't that cool? That's so cool how he signed it too.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
It's perfect.
It's his mixtape.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
That's great.
Very fun. I know when I saw the video of Adam.
Yeah. I was like, rewind a second.
I saw the video of Adam going down in the crane. You almost got two things. And I was literally on my phone watching the video, and I'm like watching the gorilla fall off of your legs. And I'm like, no.
Well, so they don't even, it all happens so fast. There's no waiver, there's no nothing. You're just in this thing. You're lifted up. I was like, is Chris operating it? Who's operating this machine thing? And then, they lift you up, and then they just spun me. So I'm looking, David wants a boombox, right? So I'm looking down. I'm like, there's the boombox. Okay. Then they spin you around. Okay. And in my late 30s here, that is very discombobulating. They're like spinning you. They kind of lower you. And I was like, okay, now I don't know where this thing is. But I got it. And then, I almost got two things. It was hooked on my foot, but it fell off. They spin you again. When you're on your way up, which was not super fun, but thank you, Chris, for paying for the human
absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I there's no way I'd make the weight limit for that thing. So we had to have someone do it, and again, you're voluntold.
If you chant my name, I'll pretty much do anything. So
that is a dangerous thing to say on the internet. A very dangerous thing to say on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, very dangerous. Yep.
That place is awesome. I love that. It's so much fun. Ted and I were like playing games the whole night, and it was awesome, man. I had such a great time there. Dave and Buster's. It was a good time. Somebody said that Johnny. Did Rebel say that she couldn't find how to get into Dave and Buster's, and Johnny Coyne was the one that told her how to get? He was like, "Oh, you just go up the stairs to the right."
She was kind of like she was coming from the outside. We came in from the mall side, and he directed her to come in through the mall side. Not the Darth Mall side, the shopping mall side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good times.
Yeah, you guys look like you had so much fun. I was living so vicariously through all of you. I think every day I text the group, and I was like, where are the pictures? What's going on? We want to know.
Dude, we shut it down. I've never been to a Dave Buster's when it closes.
We shut it down and then some. I think we stayed an extra 45 minutes past closing. And until they were like, okay, we want to go home.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's bounce.
It was a good time, man. I had a great
time.
Turn
off the lights and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't start playing closing time on you guys?
No, they just shut the lights off. And we were like,
they shut the music off.
Yeah.
It got weird. It was eerily silent.
Yeah, it was strange. That was one thing I think I was telling everybody that I really liked about Rebel Scum Con too, is it's I knew where we were going. Friday night I had Bunta Eve, Saturday night, I was going to Dave and Buster's. Like, there was no discussion about what to do. I mean, I know the Dave and Buster's thing is not like for every person at the con to go to, but it was for influencers like us. I was like, this is where we are going to be. It was nice to know that. You know what I mean?
Adam, you are the influencer.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, can you make my square like a little bigger? Actually,
Just slightly bigger.
There you go.
There we go.
No.
It's the Adam show.
I hate this. I'm sorry.
We're just
Okay,
gonna
so
make
anyway,
you
so the
sit.
next thing we're going to talk about is I never
So
do that
David,
again.
you have to play the video of us singing "Happy Birthday" to you, though. 'cause that was
Okay,
actually
hold
pretty
on.
cool.
I was going to say this too. So, as Adam was saying, there are things to do after the con. There was a thing I did want to attend that I wasn't able to because I was like, I need to go to Dave and Buster's and be with everybody. It's the swag trade that happened at 7 p.m. And that was done. I think that was led by the Line Force crew, and they just
Mhm.
simply went to the lobby. There's already tables out there. They laid out all their swag. I took some swag to trade, but I wasn't able to. I'm looking for one particular patch to complete my set of celebration patches that all the celebrations I've been to. I'm missing the Anaheim 2022 patch, and that's it. And then I can put them all on a jacket or whatever. That's the one thing I'm really just looking for. But shout
So
out
if
to
anyone
those
out there
guys.
has it,
Yeah, it exists. I know it's out there. I've seen it. For whatever reason, you can buy every other patch but that one online. So it's odd. But yeah, shout out to the Line Force crew. They've always been cool with us, and we did sponsor their table this year at SCUM CON, and they were one table away from us, and all the guys came up. There was a particular little girl who was a daughter of one of the members. She would come to our table and say, "Can I do a trade for one of your prizes?" And I would say, "Yeah,
Oh,
sure."
man.
And she kept on coming back and coming back and coming back to the point where the dad came over. And he's like, "I want you to cut her off." She ended up with so much stuff, but she was trading me things. And then eventually I was like, "Can you bring me the actual convention pins?" Because she started bringing me pins, like obscure pins. And I really wanted the convention pin. So she started doing that. And then she goes, "You do you have any idea what I had to just go through to get you this pin?" I'm like, "What?" No. She's like, "Okay, the thing that I brought you that you didn't want, I had to go to a different table and then trade them two of that to get a better thing, to take it to someone to get a coin, and then I use that coin to get your pin, and now I'm here." And I'm like, "Okay, well, wow." Yeah, I was like, "You don't have to do that again." But
she made it happen for you.
Yes, big props to that young lady for the persistence and for the intelligence to have a
Right.
plan to obtain what she knew you wanted, so that she could come back to trade with you. That is
Right.
amazing. That is
I
amazing.
She's gonna be a
thought-
CEO someday.
Dude, I was like, David, are you like, is she taking advantage of you? I was like, you gave her so much stuff, and I was like, okay, is there like a
Oh, he
stopping point
traded.
to
He
this?
traded.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'm sorry. Okay, she was relentless.
That girl's gonna be a CEO one day.
Mhm.
Dude, she
She's gonna
was
take over the world.
hustling. She was
So-
hustling. It was hilarious.
yeah, so I kind of put it all together. She was trading with other tables, not just us. And at the end of the night, that particular night, she walked by her table and she said, "Hey, look." And she lifted up one of those remote controlled R2D2s and she goes, "I traded all that stuff for this." And she's like,
Oh.
"It works by itself too." And she like walked off all happy and proud. And I was like, "Well, good for her."
That's
awesome. That was
so
awesome.
so cute.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my
Someone
God.
needs to write a story about that, because that story needs to be told. If
Yeah.
anyone knows who that young lady was and her dad, let's tell this story, because that's actually pretty amazing, and it just goes to show you how great SCUM CON was. It was an amazing con, but it was more than just a con. It felt like a big family reunion, and it's
It
just
did.
yeah, it felt like that the whole time we were there. So again, I said it at the beginning of the show, kudos to Josh, Bobby, and Kentucky. You outdid yourselves this year, and I can't wait for next year.
Super fun.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So I know we got videos we can share here, but before we get to that, I want to finish off all these videos. So yeah, it was my birthday. It usually happens around Rebel Scum Con. I'm looking through some of these photos here. One of the big things this year, it's getting more and more popular. We're probably going to do it for Celebration. Most likely going to do it is the badge ribbons. And
Why
these are
did
the
you
ones.
take that photo?
Just look at the ribbons.
All right.
Do I want to know? I don't think I want to. Text me later. Text me later.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Never mind.
There's nothing like risque about these ribbons. It's just this is real popular at tech conferences.
The angle of the photo is just
the angle of the photo is what is but they like, for me as a as a convention organizer or a conference organizer for like tech conferences and whatnot, I have to be social, and whenever I'm offered one of these, I have to stick it on my badge. And then by the end of I have something that's like really almost down to the floor, and I'm wearing it on a lanyard, and it's just annoying as heck. So while I think the way to obtain this and the trading and stuff, I think that's all really cool. I had a couple on my badge as well. I'm not the biggest fan of these ribbons, but to everyone who got one, who had the long train of connected ribbons.
Is this cool. New? I'm so confused. I have been to so many cons. I had never once
this
seen
actually this is the first time I've seen it at a Comic-Con. Like I said, I've seen it for years at tech conferences or other type of industry type conferences. I have not seen it at a Comic-Con before until this one.
I've never seen people that are not associated with the convention. I mean, people were handing these things out like candy. I was like, when did this become a thing? Am I new? Mary, have you ever seen those?
The first time I saw it was at SpaceCon with the cosplayer that did Ahsoka that had the I Am No Jedi one. That was
like one or two? Like one or two?
That's the only one I saw.
People had them down. There was a competition for how long you could have one, and if you had the longest one, you won something. And I was like, when did this become a thing? Yeah, I guess it's like a Dragon Con thing. Is that something also? Is that
I've never been to Dragon Con, so I can't speak to that, but this was the first time I saw the initiative to collect as many as you could. It's the first time I've seen it at like a Comic-Con. But that's common nature at like the tech conferences that I go and present at. That's what you do. You collect those ribbons.
That was new for me. I loved it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I want to make one, basically.
I have some slogans you can throw on one.
Dude,
I'll
that.
Send you a list.
No, Adam helped. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Your first one could be something like "You ain't no at Adam." There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Right.
That's a good one. Yes,
that is a good one.
That could be your swag, dude. That could be your celebration swag.
It'll say "Chant my name."
So I already got some of my own celebration swag to hand out. Do you guys want to see it real quick?
Yeah. Let's see what you have.
So I'm a button person. I love buttons.
You love what?
Buttons.
Huh? What is a button?
Button. So I made these. I got these made. So I have a ton of these for Celebration. Nice. So if you see me at Celebration, come get an I Heart Star Wars button.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm already starting to collect and get things ready for it.
God. I need to get
ready. You have to. I know other folks that have like real extravagant swag that they're trying to give away. Like our friend Vanessa, who hung out with us a little bit too. She has some really cool swag. She has a patch, which it was a cool patch, but she also has like this coin looking thing. It's not a coin. It's like if I can compare it, it's like a credit, right? It's rectangular and metal, but it's translucent. You hold it up to the light and it kind of shines through, and it's a very, very cool. I've never seen anything like that for swag.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So Vanessa, you outdid yourself, and I know it's going to be a hit at Celebration.
It was the first patch I'd ever gotten. She gave it to me. I was like, it was nice. It was nice. Yeah. You have it, David?
I'm looking through all the patches. This one was really cool.
Yeah, that's a cool patch. Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff from people at this con. It was a very interactive.
I have it right here,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it was. People were left and right coming up to you, talking to you, giving you stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
that's
was
her
different
patch.
than any con that I had been to. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, stay salty. And if you saw the movie, you know where that's from.
I love this one right here.
That was
Very
cool.
cool.
I thought that was
is
cool. Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
her coin or her metallic thing? Vanessa's metallic swag, David?
I don't think she gave me one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was on
I
it?
have it's similar to the patch, but it was metallic, and like I said, it's translucent, and then you hold it up to the light and the light shines through and it looks really cool. I have it, but it's in another room, so
I gotta give something out.
Send it. I still want to see it. Send a picture.
I will.
It's not this one, is it?
No, it's rectangular. Like I said, it looks like a credit, you know.
Is it this one?
Hey guys.
Similar, but no, not that one.
I've got to bounce out, but I'm so happy that I got to talk to you guys and hear some of the stories and get all the pictures. And I'm so happy you guys had such an amazing time. And I so looking forward to hanging out with all of you guys soon, potentially this weekend.
Yes.
And then hopefully Rebel Scum Con. I definitely want to experience this because you guys are making it sound amazing. But
it is.
I do have to go. So I'm going to say, love you. Bye.
All right. See you later, James.
Bye.
I mean, Mary.
Oh my god. What?
Words
Wow,
later.
Man.
Wow.
Oh man.
Words
Interesting.
later.
Interesting. All right.
All
See you,
right.
Zach.
Word.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Got her.
Yeah, I got this poker chip too.
Oh no.
Oh, who's that Joker on the poker chip?
I don't know.
Man.
It might look familiar. I don't
It
know.
looks kind of familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this one since Boyega was there.
That's a cool one. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it in the light. But yeah, a lot of people made a lot of cool stuff. Poker chips, coins, buttons. I'll show you a couple of the buttons, the more creative buttons.
I'm a big deal.
And somebody actually made the Clydesdales commercial. I think it's a virtual cantina.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then this really cool button of Crosshair wearing like a hat.
That's sweet.
Kind of interesting. Yeah. Mary's telling me stuff in chat now. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Getting to, and this is also another picture you shared with me, Chris, of DJ Elliott,
Yes.
who he's legendary on our podcast because I cold called him off of Google, and I asked him before I even met him if we could use his music, and he's like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "It's not my music; it's Lucasfilm's, but yeah, sure, you could use it." I think Adam had a go too. Some more cosplay. This Admiral Akbar, he ends up at every single con in Texas that we do. I thought it was a particular guy, but it's not him. It's somebody else. I don't think.
I thought this was Maddox.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's Maddox. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks
He's
like
a cool dude. Hey.
Adam is back.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Yes, we're back.
Yeah. And somebody that won the Dead Ramiro Funko Pop actually went to go get signed, and they showed us the results of this signing, which was cool. That's what I was kind of hoping for. We had like 20 of those pops, so that's the one person I think that came back and showed us. What is this picture? Oh, the Moff Gideon helmet winner. We did the drawing Sunday night, and he was actually one of two people that showed up for the drawing live. So it was great that I could just hand it to him, and the look on his face was just shocked when I read his name on the ticket. So that was fantastic. I just handed off. And once I drove back Monday, my wife had a nice little setup for my birthday. As you can see, there's Grogu Mandalorian balloons. It says happy birthday. Here's my cake with Grogu stuff on it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And a couple
presents. And next time, Adam, just get the number candle so we don't have to light 12 candles.
Yeah. Did you guys already show the video? You already go over that?
No, we haven't shown the video.
Okay,
yet.
got it. I
So
loved it.
that long present, I've said it on the podcast a few times. I've never owned an AT-AT. I was so close to getting one for the Mando Grogu film at
Ah,
AMC, but they sold out. And the guy was like, "I just sold the last one." I was like, "Ah." But my wife and my two daughters pulled their money together and they bought me the Lego AT-AT.
that's dope.
Yeah. So I
Nice.
finally have one. I just got to put it together now. And here's a picture of all my swag that I got. If you look at it carefully, you can see a few things. You can see DJ Elliott's personal swag, some of those poker chips, some of the pins, my lanyard with the "It's My Birthday" that Adam picked up for me,
That's right.
and a few stickers,
The most important one.
but a
You're the most
bookmark,
important. Absolutely.
a ruler. So yeah, the big, huge paper sheet size patch from the Line Force crew in the middle there. So yeah, a lot of cool
This
things.
was by far the most stuff that I've gotten at a con. Like I've never gotten this much stuff ever. And I usually don't like to it's just where do you put all this stuff? But like people were just they came up to you and said, "Do you want this?" And I was just like, "Okay, yeah." You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to ask for anything. People were just giving you everything that they had. It was awesome. It was cool.
Yeah. And here's a picture of my pin board. The top line is from last year. The bottom line is from this year. So
Those are sick.
I ended up with some pretty cool pins from Star Wars Joshua.
David
And
gave me
hopefully
some
next year
pins.
we finally have one of these pins at our table where people can come up to us and buy. And he's like, contact me a little sooner. But I was going through other people to get to do this, but apparently you got to contact him. So yeah, those are all the pictures. There's a couple of comments in here. Somebody saying, "Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Nihilus the Wise?" It's not a story a Jedi would tell you.
But you know what?
Okay.
Darth Nihilus will sing "Happy Birthday" to you.
All right. Okay. I guess without further ado here, let's bring up the videos, and yeah, so you can get a kick out of them. I know Ted got a huge kick out of some of the cosplayers singing, but
Yes.
He's loving it.
hopefully we can do this smoothly here. Is it working? Let me see. Let's try this again here. It worked just a while ago.
It worked when we tested it. Yes. Did the demo gremlin get us? Oh boy.
This should work, but it's saying cancel for some reason. Okay, I think I understand what it's doing. All right, we're gonna get incepted here for a second.
There we go.
And I'll bring it up.
It's like Ray's thing when he.
I was just thinking that too.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting knighted.
All right, here's the happy birthday singing.
Yeah. It's David's 45th birthday.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
There's Darth
dear
Nihilus.
David. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Love that. Come on. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
What you don't see is like half the freaking hallway in the con was also singing happy birthday to you. It was like a lot of people were singing happy birthday to David. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was wild.
The setup to this was also, I think, deserves a story as well. Like, yeah. So Ted was like, "Okay, I'm gonna grab some cosplayers." I was like, "I'm ready to go with the cake." I think I was like, "I need to go off to the side so David doesn't see." David's talking to some people with the wheel,
Right.
and I mean, I don't have any communication with Ted. He's just like, "Okay, go get ready," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I don't really know when to light the candles." And then Chris comes and finds me, and then there is a massive gathering of cosplayers over here that Ted has gotten. And he's kind of like, "Hey, where are you?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I'm like, I'm still putting the candles in the cake. And then Chris is over there helping me try to get these damn things alight. I mean, it was hilarious trying to get this thing ready while the cosplayers were there. while we're telling David to get to the right place at the right time. It just like it was so I was cracking up thinking about this. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was executed perfectly, I thought.
Yeah, we got it done. We got it done. We got it
Somehow,
done.
some way. Yeah. Everyone
Somehow,
contributed. Adam, Chris, Ted, all those
And the guy,
cosplayers.
dude, the cosplayers too were like they were not you can't hear it on the audio, but they were like doing it in the voices of like what they thought they were like
Yeah.
like the Akbar guy was like like he wasn't like singing it like normal, like it was hilarious. I was like cracking up. It was so funny.
Yeah, Ted was dying laughing. But
It was
and he
good.
was like, if you look closely, you can see his mouth moving, and it's like so
Yeah.
hard for him to move the mouth of that mask. It was that was great.
Everybody helped. It was even Adam helped this time. And it
Adam
worked.
helped.
That's
Adam,
right.
and Adam
That's
helped
right.
a lot.
Oh, thanks. Yes. No. You know who helped the most? David. This guy did not leave the booth. He sold out of everything. I mean, I feel bad, David, because you didn't get to see, I mean, as much stuff as you probably could have, but you were very dedicated. And I think that deserves a lot of props right there. You did an amazing job. So thank you.
Thank
for
you.
all that you've
Yeah,
done
I
there.
mean, it's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
big deal to me. I mean, I figure I could watch like the panels online eventually or on Facebook or whatever. So, I mean, I got to see the celebrities walk in, so that was for me. That was really cool, and I was fine with it. I mean, I really wanted to do the wheel and make people happy, and just to see the look on their faces, especially the kids. I mean, the kids walk up and they're like, "Can I spin the wheel?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And if they got excited about it, I'm just like, "Here you go, you can take it." So I was happy to make some people's conventions.
Doing it for the
Because-
children.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, some of these people, I mean, they come to the convention, they don't have a lot of money, or they didn't get anything, and they're leaving, and it's like I can tell what the situation is, and I'm like, you can't come to this convention and not get anything. So
Right.
that's my
exactly.
mindset. Yeah,
You did a great job.
and like you said, Chris, like the kids, I mean, I can put myself in their shoes. I
Yeah.
remember when I was a kid, all I wanted was something. I wanted a toy. These days, it's like Funko, and people get excited over that. And it's like,
Mhm.
if I can somehow make that difference, I'll try my hardest to do it. So I think that's the whole goal.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
remember that.
so-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're gonna do more videos here.
Yes,
What?
only if we can do Inception. Is this Chris? Is this Chris?
No, it's
Is-
not. It's Inception.
Let me see.
Oh,
All right, this was the video of these Jawas that were dancing.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oops.
Oh, it's not playing.
It's not playing on your end.
No,
No,
I
we
hear
can't
it,
see
but it's
it.
not
We
playing.
can,
I
yeah,
can't
we can
see
hear
it.
it.
Mm-mm.
Can't see it.
You guys can see it.
No,
No,
it wasn't.
we can hear. We can
see,
hear it though.
We see your. We see the main screen, but the video itself is not playing. Okay, we're back to
Okay.
Inception.
Let's try this again. Let's see.
Aha.
All
Okay,
right.
back to Inception.
We're incepted again. Now, do you see the screen?
Here's the kick.
It's the main screen. It's not the screen that has all the media on it.
Huh. I wonder why that is. It says
like it's black.
sharing.
Yeah, it's like it's blacked out.
Maybe it's blocked out for copyright issues. Who knows?
Jawas.
Jawas, yeah.
Yeah, it must
Copyright.
be.
Yeah.
Well, that's no good. What if I just do entire screen?
Try
Let's
that.
try and make that happen.
Do it.
There we go.
Yeah,
That will
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That is hilarious. Jawas. They're killing it. Dang.
Yeah, me and my brother were like, "Are those kids or are those short adults?"
Yeah.
And then they eventually took their stuff off their head, and they were kids. So
That's absolutely hilarious.
he went for a while too.
Yeah, but he's not stopping. He wow.
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably like, I can't see anything, but can everyone see me?
All right. And do we want to do the bag video?
Ah, the bag. The infamous bag. So I got Chris a bag. Well, at the previous Space Con, go ahead.
A bag from Bucky's with some surprises in it. So let's see what we have. Of course, we have the obligatory beaver nuggets. They're so delicious. Pecan praline, only in Texas. Yes. Praline fudge takes it a step further. Oh, wait, there's more. And then we have a bag of
More fun.
more fudge. Wow. Yum. This is going to be excellent, and hopefully my blood sugar doesn't spike to the point that I pass out. Thank you, brother. Yes.
Yes.
Stop asking me. I will stop.
What I say? Oh, stop asking me.
Ask me for the bag.
So at SpaceCon, I gave a bag of goodies to a lot of the out of towners so they could have stuff from Bucky's. And Chris is looking there. You know, Chris doesn't get a bag. So for the past, I don't know how many weeks, he's been asking for a bag. So I finally got Chris his bag. And here I am
And here,
again.
when I saw this, I thought you asked someone to marry you, and I was like,
Yes.
"Oh my gosh, come on, Adam."
Yes. I'm getting knighted by Padme so that I could get one of her little badge things. I saw her knighting a lot of people at the con, so I was happy to get knighted as well.
Yeah. And last but not least,
Oh God.
Let's go.
Oh.
it was
Chris.
good, Chris. It was good. So here's Chris rapping at Virtual Cantina.
Oh my.
Let's see a little bit of it. It's pretty good. I don't know what the audio's gonna sound like, but let's try it.
Amazing. Here he is.
It's a long video. We'll probably get struck for copyright, but it's worth it.
This is a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down because you're overzealous. Play hard to get, else than just. Focus smart. Go to a party. Girls are
All right, that's it for copyright reasons. That was awesome.
He crushed that, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was-
And thanks, David, for recording it. You're the only one that did. It's like I was watching other people when they were on stage, and there were like maybe 10 to 15 people recording them. When I was on stage, I saw two. There was one before, and I don't even think she was recording the stage. She was taking a picture of something, and it looked like they were recording. And then there was you. So thank you so much for recording that. Now you have
problem,
that
man.
gem forever.
That's right. I didn't want to hear that ever again. So I'm not recording that.
But yeah, that was our Rebel Scum Con experience. It was really good, really memorable for me because I mean I had Chris and Adam and Ted there, and you guys really came through in a big way for my birthday. Even though my birthday wasn't Monday, but still, we celebrated and we got some unique surprises and we hung out and it was a lot of fun. I'll
Like we
never
said,
forget it.
it's your birthday in Japan, so that's why we did it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I had an
Yeah.
awesome time with you two. I had a great time. You guys both made the con for me. It was so much fun. You know, I know, I've known David, the past year or two here now, and I've become good friends with Chris too. It's been
Mhm.
awesome to see both of you. And shout out to Ted too. I got a lot of one-on-one time with Ted this past weekend, which was really fun. We were just kind of moseying around and getting into trouble at the con and stuff. And I think he just likes to observe me and watch me and laugh at me while I walk around and bump into things. So it was a good time. And Ted didn't have to Ted didn't do any panels this time. So he got to actually, I think, somewhat relax, even though he did a lot of interviews. But Ted was in, incognito mode this weekend. It was fun. It was
And I
good.
asked him about that too, and he basically said, I want to relax a little bit and I want to do other things. I think they did ask him, and he just basically said, yeah, I just want to get coverage of panels and stuff. And you can see all the coverage on Count Density Geeks. He's got a lot of video to edit, so he's
We didn't
slowly
even
dropping.
talk about the fanboys reunion. They were all there. They did a panel. I saw Ted interviewing some people like Sam Huntington. He was awesome. He got a picture out. They had was it the actual van from the movie, from the fanboys movie?
So it was someone in the 501st that I know. He was at one of my first troops, and we became buddies. And he told me, like, I own the Fanboys van. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then Dominic Pace did an event at a comic book store in San Antonio. And he brought it to show Dominic Pace. And it's the actual van, I guess, it's a screen accurate van that he built, he customized down to like the curtains that are hanging. And when Kyle Newman and Ernest Klein saw it, they were astounded. And he came to our booth, the owner, Patrick, and he said, Ernest Klein said it was incredible. He'd never seen anything like it before. And he gave him the actual Millennium Falcon that was hanging in the movie van to him.
Oh,
And
That's
he
awesome.
was like, he couldn't
That's
believe
awesome.
it. He wanted to faint. So, yeah, that was incredible that all that went down. And it turned into a big photo op for everyone. So everyone could take photos with it, with the cast in front of the van. And it's just an amazing thing that transpired. And I want to say I was the person that brought up Patrick to the guys at Rebel Scum Con, and then they contacted Patrick. So, yeah, I have a little bit to do with it. But
and he brought
yeah,
a DeLorean too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ernest Klein owns a DeLorean. He owns, I think, a few DeLoreans. And I think he brought that up. And
Yeah, I saw 2 different DeLoreans this past weekend.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah. And he's the author of Ready Player One, and he helped write the script for Fanboys. And huge Star Wars fan. And it's Fanboys. If you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. It's a really good, really rewatchable as well. I definitely recommend it. And amazing, incredible. Also, I want to go back to Virtual Cantina. So last year they did a thing where it was Matthew Wood and David Collins. They sang that one song that was really popular with Skeleton Crew. They performed it live on stage, and they'd never before done that. This year they did something a little similar, but and we're about to talk about warning. We're about to talk about Star Trek here, but
Close your ears.
I was a big fan of Star Trek 4, and Star Trek 4 is The Voyage Home. That's when the crew goes back to 1984, I believe, to rescue Wells to take to the future because an alien probe is like threatening Earth, and they need Wells' song to communicate with the probe to send it back away because it's like destroying the environment on Earth. So there's a little synopsis there. But during Kirk and Spock's time in San Francisco, they get on public transportation, which is a bus, and there was a certain guy there with a boombox and a mohawk, and he was actually an ILM employee that worked at ILM, helped with all the movies and stuff. And he was playing a certain song on the boombox really loud, annoying people. And Kirk gets up and asks him to politely shut it off, and he turns it up on the boombox instead of turning it off. And then, of course, Spock reaches in with the Vulcan nerve pinch and puts him to sleep, and his head hits the stop button and it turns it off. So it turns out that song is a completely fleshed out written song that the guy with the boombox, the ILM employee, sung it, and they recorded it, and it was his voice. Later on, I think a few years ago, maybe in one of the episodes on Paramount Plus, he reprised that role as the punk rocker with the boombox, and I think one of the newer characters told him to turn it off, and he remembers it from last time getting pinched, and he turns it off really quick. So just like a quick, like little Easter egg there.
That's
but the
awesome.
guy was there. The actual punk rocker was there. Of course, he's way older now, and he was very charismatic, very entertaining. He got up there and sung the song, and I instantly recognized it. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's that dude that got the nerve pinch from Leonard Nimoy." And he sung it. He sung the complete song. It was incredible. I soaked it up. brought back the whole memory of watching that film, which is another film of mine that I watched to death and just wore it out in my mind. But incredible that they pulled that off. And
That's awesome.
he was signing at Boonta Eve as well. And I didn't even realize who exactly he was. I knew he was an ILM guy, but didn't get really many autographs except for the Brendan Wayne one. But incredible story, incredible thing. I don't know how they're going to top that next year, but we'll see. Shout out to Spencer, who invited us to Virtual Cantina. So yeah, thanks for that. And that's an interesting, I don't want to say core memory, but that was a very kind of like a wow moment.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time with that. I'm happy you had a good time.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
completely lost. I was like, what is this?
That was a little before your time, Adam. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was lost. Chris, you knew who this was or no?
So I recognized the song, but I didn't know that was him.
Okay.
That was the guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I
never
thought it
knew
was
the
just
punk
some
rock guy did the actual song, which it makes sense now, but
Mhm.
he sang the
Yeah,
song
I didn't know that
perfectly.
either. No.
I mean, he had a lot of energy and vibrance and attitude, and I was like, wow.
vocal
Like, this
cords.
guy looks older, but he's acting like he's in his like 20s here. So
It was
really
cool.
And I think that was pretty much it on my side of the house. Did you guys get any autographs at all, or?
No, I mean,
No.
autographs has never really been my thing.
No.
I've gotten a couple here with like some photo ops that I purchased like at other cons, but here I didn't target anything like that. I just really came to hang out and as well as to attend the panels.
Yeah.
No autographs for me. I was just there to see things and see people and hang out with my people, and I had some wonderful interactions. There's about 10 other things that happened that of course I want to talk about, but I think that would probably take up a whole nother podcast. So no autographs for me.
Well, what's one thing that you want to talk about from those 10 things?
From the 10 things, okay, the one really cool interaction that I had was I was walking back to my hotel room Friday night. It was super late, and I'm walking back to through the lobby, and I saw this very large man, 7 foot, over 7 foot, sitting in the lobby, and I recognized him because he had a booth, but I didn't really know who he was. And I've been wearing a cowboy hat, and he commented on my cowboy hat, and he's British, somewhat of a thick accent for me to really understand. But I asked him if I could sit and talk with him, and he said yes. And this was Ross. What's his last name with the
Sandbridge.
Sandbridge. Okay, he was the stand-in for Snoke. And we talked for probably like 45 minutes about
Oh, wow.
I tried not to talk about Star Wars, but we did, and it was so cool. And a lot of times I couldn't really understand what he was saying, so I would just sort of laugh, and hopefully it was a joke that he told. I have no idea. But he was great. He spent the time with me to talk to me, and then I was like, hey, like, kind of get a selfie, and he was like, oh, let's get a proper one, and like we stood up instead of we're sitting, and he was just like, it was just very, very cool to have time with some of the people. I didn't even know there was a stand-in for Snoke. You know what I mean? I thought
Me
it was,
neither. Me neither.
Mhm.
and Ted even called. He was like, "Are you positive this man actually did that?" He's like, "I thought it was Andy Serkis, just because I've seen the photo of Andy Serkis sitting
Mhm.
in the chair. I think we all have. I had no idea. And I was like, "Did you wear everything?" He was like, "Yeah, I had the gown on, the golden glittery slippers. He had all that stuff on, and he's still pretty well connected with Lucasfilm. I think he was talking about how he also played a Wookiee at some point too,
Mhm.
and he knows Jonas.
Yeah.
Jonas.
He knows him
Swakman.
very well. Yeah, he knows him very well. But that was just a funny interaction that I had over the weekend. That was really
I
cool.
think at the first Rebel Scum Con, he was there as a signer, and that's when I first kind of learned of him.
Yeah.
And then we went out to dinner with him, and yeah, he tells great
you
stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was kind of like the guest of honor at that dinner, and
Oh, that's so funny.
he told lots of Hollywood stories. He's done a lot of stuff, and I think he was in a sci-fi film right after that Rebel Scum Con. But I think he became close friends with the RSC crew, and I think they just had him back as just like a attendee, and he didn't really do a signing or anything. I don't think he wanted to, I guess. But he he's a pretty cool guy. He's as you experience Adam, a good conversation to have with him. And I don't think he really cares to not or to talk about Star Wars. I think he just likes to tell people about his experiences, which is great. He's a good storyteller. So yeah, that's cool. I thought you at first I thought you were going to mention the 2 7-footers that were walking through that got dressed up as Wookiees later on, and they were
amazing.
actual. Yeah, they didn't need the stilts. They were 7 feet. Yeah,
that my phone's to die here too. So if I think it's about to die. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll say bye to you, Adam. Thanks for joining us, and you'll probably be on a future podcast sooner than later. So
let's go. Bye, guys.
All right. So long, Adam.
May the force be with you. Goodbye.
May the force be with you.
Always. All right. Is there maybe a story you have, Chris, that you didn't mention?
I don't think I have like a story that kind of like I have from like a memory. I mean, everything was great. You know, I all the interactions I had were great. I did do a couple of interviews. One with Stuart Ziff, who is an ILM legend, and those should be made available here in the next day or so. There is actually a technique that is, well, it was very widely used when they were still using like rotoscoping and models for like starships and whatnot. He actually invented a technique that was used by almost every effects house, every effects person. So that's something that he talks about in that interview. And then I talked to Misty Rosas, who is the actress in the costume of the Frog Lady and Quill from The Mandalorian. And she just talked about her time there and how she interacted with the actors from the costume perspective, and you know how it took her like 3 people to get that costume on for both Quill and the Frog Lady. So yeah, those were pretty memorable. Those are actually my first like official interviews. And that was fun to do. I helped out with some other interviews as well. So it was fun to do all that. But yeah, really what got me the most about Rebel Scum Con is just how close knit the community is. And one thing I did say when someone was asking about, you know, Star Wars and Star Wars fandom, I think what we experienced at Rebel Scum Con, that is the true Star Wars fandom. I think the toxicity just comes from a very, 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 very small percentage of fans, and they're just the loudest. So I think from a fandom, what it did for me, I could say, is if not necessarily a story, but more of a statement, is that going to that con, and keep in mind, I went last year as well, but only for like a day and a half. This year, being able to go all 3 days and being able to hang with my, you know, Star Wars family and meet new family members all weekend, it gave me, it restored my faith in Star Wars fandom. That's what Rebel Scum Con did for me. And I hope that we can carry that over to the other cons that maybe not necessarily Star Wars centric, but have a Star Wars presence. Like, you know, we have D23 coming through. Obviously, Celebration is going to be huge. I just hope that we could, that the community can build off that, especially those that were able to attend. And then I want to take it to another level next year. So, again, I've said it twice already on the show. Kentucky, Josh, Bobby, you know, bravo. It was amazing. I had an amazing time. Everyone I talked to, everything I've seen online, regardless of some of the hiccups that happened, everyone had an amazing time. So hats off to you guys. And I can't wait to see what you have in store for next year.
Yeah. I'm really now thinking these past 3 Rebel Scum Cons, they've all been in a smaller type of venue. The 4th one apparently is going to be in a bigger venue, a bigger convention center, and I think an actual convention center. And I wonder how that's going to affect everything. And if it's going to feel different, because I think it's maybe quadrupled in size compared to the first year.
Oh yeah. I
And
mean, even from last year, I was there
yeah,
for at the Saturday, right? And
yeah,
no, it doesn't. Saturday last year's Saturday felt like this year's Friday.
yeah.
So no, it's going. But here's the thing: it's for me. Yeah, does the a bigger venue kind of maybe take away from the intimacy of the whole thing? It could.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's a wait and see type of thing. But I think if it's the community is a community. And
Right.
if we all come out for each other, that's going to be the most important thing.
Hmm. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, man. It's next year's going to be hard to top this one.
Yes,
I
I
think
agree.
for the simple fact that we were all together, we all hung out,
Mhm.
and it was cool. It was really special for me because it was my birthday, and it was
Yeah.
acknowledged, and it
Well,
was
it
acknowledged
sou
the previous year too. But I mean, this year it was like there was more people there, and
Mhm.
it was great.
Well, if Rebel Scum Cons follows what other cons do, they always happen around the same time every year. We're gonna be
Yeah,
celebrating your
yeah.
birthday at every Rebel Scum Con.
And you said you wanted to celebrate your birthday in April, right? At
I didn't say
Celebration.
that. I
Oh,
said that it's in the window of when it would be appropriate to celebrate my birthday, but I'm not a big birthday guy. So I'll leave it to you or whomever, but just know that if we don't do anything, I'm good.
all right. Yeah, something will probably happen, and we'll share
Of
that video
course.
when
Yeah.
it does. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for the podcast. We haven't podcasted in a while. Sorry, everyone. Things have been happening, and we've been going to multiple conventions, and life has happened. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and get this uploaded tonight. Hopefully, you were entertained and intrigued by this Star Wars convention that happens every year in Frisco,
Right.
Texas, which is North Dallas, which is North Texas. Yeah, try and go to it. Tell your friends about it. Search it up on social media, all the platforms. They have videos and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I think it's a worthwhile con to go to,
Mhm.
for the simple fact that, like what Chris said, you see pure fandom, and it's a great place to be,
Yeah,
and the vibes are really good, and
absolutely.
it's essentially what you would think Celebration would be like. I think it has that early day Celebration vibe to it.
Yeah, and I think that's correct. As someone who's been to all of them that have been in the US, I have seen the progression of how it started to where it is right now. And don't get me wrong, this celebration is an amazing event. I've
Mhm.
I don't think I've had a bad celebration. Even the ones that, after the end of the prequels and we thought we weren't going to get any more like serious Star Wars, there was the Robot Chicken stuff, there was detours and the animated shows, which I'm not trying to say they're not serious, but when I say I'm talking about like live action movies, stuff like that. We thought that was over with. Even
Yeah,
those celebrations were fun. So there hasn't been a bad celebration, but it is huge and it is very corporate. It's very San Diego Comic Con ish. It's very WonderCon. It's
right,
very New York Comic Con. It's all of that, but it's just from a Star Wars point of view. Um, so it's different than Rebel Scum Con, and you might not have that sense of intimacy, the community and whatnot. But keep in mind, we're all there, so it's
right.
there. We just have to help rise it up to the top.
Yeah, and I think every year it's gonna get bigger and bigger. The
Mhm.
guests are some of the top guests in Star Wars, unique
Right.
guests as well. So yeah, and I also want to shout out Anna Graves. She said that she sung during my happy birthday song there, and I met her later on. They put her across from our table after Boonta Eve happened, where she was signing. They did that last year too. They brought all the signers into Rebel
Mhm.
Scum Con and had them sign at the show as well. So that's always a cool thing. And yeah, I think that's it. That's a podcast. I want to say before we go, I want to shout out Legion Sabers. They provided the necklaces. LegionSabers.com. Use the code STUFF at checkout. You get $5 off your order. And comment, like, subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us there. We had a lot of YouTube subscribers at the table. We're on Instagram at Star Wars Stuff Pod, Twitter or X at Stuff Pod. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Threads. If you can support us, if you have the means to support us on Patreon, do that. Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. That's how you look us up. We're also on TikTok. You can email us at Star Wars Stuff Podcast at gmail.com. We have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. You can also help us out tremendously by writing a review and give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also have a website. There's a few articles that James has written. They're very good. StarWarsStuffPodcast.com. And also check out CountdownCityGeeks.com. That's Ted's website. And you can get free advance tickets, which is an incredible thing. And I think that is it. It's great to be back podcasting. For Adam, Mary, Chris, my name is David, and may the force be with you.
Always.